This is a little bit of tea, but... Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Maddie. I am on my Disney College program for the fall of 2018. So today I am finally doing the long-awaited Q&A. I've been wanting to do Q&A for a couple of months now. Even before I got in the program, I wanted to do Q&A, but I wanted to build up my following a little bit more and get a couple of questions at least that I saw recurring so that I could answer it in one of these videos. So I'm actually just going to jump on into the questions I asked you guys on Instagram. My Instagram is going to be linked below. I'll also have it on the screen here at Main Street Madeline if you want to follow. I asked you guys on my story to ask me questions and I got a lot of questions. I'll do my best to answer each of the questions. I did get a couple repeats, so that made it a little bit easier. So the first question I got is a really good one. It's how do you budget / save with a GCP payment or a salary basically. So the college program is a paid internship and you're getting paid $10 an hour, and for some reason at Cosmic Rays I get $10.36. I don't know why, it's some sort of magic hidden premium. But whenever I don't work at Cosmic Rays I only get paid $10, which isn't often. I usually work at Cosmics. So I came down here with money in my bank account. I don't exactly remember how much, but I have a savings and I have a checkings account. I brought a couple $100 in my checkings with me, so I have saved money being here. There are just weeks where you really don't buy as much as other weeks. So if I worked a lot and I wasn't going to the parks one week, I didn't buy any merchandise. And if I only ate at home one week, you know, it's just stuff like that. Also, take photos of things you like merchandise-wise and then pick a day to go get certain things. Don't buy everything on one day because then all of your paycheck is going to be gone. So I haven't bought everything that I want to buy yet just because I don't want to spend all my money at once, if that makes sense. The next question I got was, are you happy with quick service food and beverage? The answer is kind of complicated. I'm going to be making like an all about quick service food and beverage, or like the truth about quick service. The short answer is yes, I am happy with where I'm placed because I am placed at Cosmic Rays. I was having trouble last month because I was getting really sick of just doing the same thing over and over, but luckily I am in the process of getting cross-trained, so I just finished my cash register cross-training and now I'm getting cross-trained in Tomorrowland Dance, so that's really fun, but I'll go into that more in another video. Next question is, if you could choose any other GCP role, what would it be and why? With the purple heart, and that's very cute. I would choose either character performer or character attendant because I would love to be part of Disney Entertainment someday. Next question is, what are your GCP regrets? It's kind of hard to answer just because I haven't finished yet, so maybe I'll make another video talking more about my GCP regrets. This is a little bit of tea, but we're gonna make a video about this when the program is over. My roommate situation, but I will talk about that in another video. It is what it is. I know you guys want to hear the tea and you will hear about it, it's just not the proper time to be talking about that since I still live with everybody. That video will be coming out when my program's over. Next question is your experience with the housing complexes. I am in Vista Way. Yes, people say it's not that different from the other complexes, and that's true, but it is out of the way of the other three, and I don't like that. Because people are like, oh, Chick-fil-A and Wendy's are right there. Sure. But the other three are within walking distance of each other, and I also don't like that Vista Way is usually the last stop on the bus. So on the way to work, you leave from Vista and then I go straight to Disney World. Like, it stops at a couple places and we stop at West Block. But then when you're coming back and it's late or whatever time it is, it doesn't matter, Vista's always the last stop. So you have to go through all the other housing complexes first and then they stop at Vista. So it ends up taking like an hour. And also, our apartment is crappy. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the apartment that I'm living in. I don't like the color of the walls, I don't like the cabinets, we don't have a pantry. Our kitchen is really small. I've been to Chatham and Commons and their kitchen is really big and they have nice cabinets. And they have carpet over the entire apartment. Our first half of our apartment is hardwood floor, and so the floors are just disgusting. Like, I have to vacuum all the time, and if I don't vacuum, nobody else vacuums. Tea. And so the floors get nasty. Like, I won't walk around without shoes. I have to share a bathroom with 4 people, and our closets are small. It's just, you know, it is what it is. I'm not trying to complain in this video, I know I just did, but I will say I don't like Vista Way. I would happily pay $25 extra a week for Chatham Commons, but you don't get to pick, they just give you what they give you. So the only pro I would say about Vista is that it's the biggest complex, there's 2 pools, all the buses stop at Vista, and it's the cheapest rent, but I would rather be living at Chatham or Commons. Next question is tips on meeting people and making friends. So what I would suggest doing is actually either making a DCP Instagram or just using your Instagram and following DCP people, Disney people, because that's what I did. I have 2 Instagrams and they're actually going to be combining into one after my program is over. So I have one that's at Maddy and then one that's at Main Street Madeline. So what I'm going to do is disable the Maddy one and then just change my Main Street Madeline username to Maddy and then follow everybody that's on my personal Instagram, because I just don't want to keep up with 2 after I'm not working here anymore. You make friends on Instagram, and so if you're posting on your story and then someone comments on it and you guys start talking, I have met a lot of friends here just through Instagram. I've hung out with people through Instagram. If you see somebody's at the park, you say, hey, can I come join you? It's really easy. People are super friendly. I have so many friends here. That's one thing I'm really going to miss is all the friends, because I really don't have a lot of people back at home. But yeah, it's really easy to make friends at your college program, especially at your work location too. Just step out of your comfort zone if you don't normally, go out of your way to talk to people, and you'll find it's pretty easy to make friends. Next question is, how many people did you get to link up with for your arrival date, and did you get to room with them? So I arrived on August 6th, and for us, we got to link up with 5 other people, and I linked with 3 other people, and we still got a 3-bedroom, 6-person apartment. I am rooming with the people that I linked up with, and we have 2 ICPs from China, which I've heard Disney is not supposed to put ICPs with regular college program, but they did it, so. Next question is cons of the DCP. So I'm going to be pretty straightforward with this answer. I'm not going to go too negative into it or whatever. But since college program is considered a paid internship, you don't get the benefits of being a part-time, full-time, or seasonal cast member. So this didn't really affect me. I'm not bothered by it because I knew what I was getting myself into. But there was a union voting in like September where they raised the price. They voted to raise the price of minimum wage, or like what Disney pays, from like $10 to $15 by 2021, and then all of the part-time and full-time employees got a $1,000 bonus, except for a college program. So they all got that bonus. That's okay. You know that going into it. Also, college program, you don't get to pick your hours, which I also knew going into it, so I'm not like, oh, I don't get to pick my hours. But if I were to work here again, I don't want to do the college program because I have a little bit of anxiety, so not knowing what I'm going to be working and then trying to figure out a schedule that works best for me and like trading around with people is stressful for me. And if you get a 12-hour shift, there's not really much you can do about it other than post it and see if somebody wants to take it or trade with you. But you don't get to put in your hours of availability. They just schedule you what they want to schedule you. Luckily, I've had great luck with scheduling. I haven't had more than a few 12-hour shifts scheduled, and even when I have, I've been able to either give them away or trade them for shorter shifts. And I've worked a couple of 12 hours just because I'm like, whatever, it's once a week. But I'm not getting scheduled crazy 60 hours yet. I'm hopefully not going to be for Christmas either, but we'll see. The next question is, do you like cosmic rays? And the answer when I first started was yes. The answer in the middle of October was no. And now the answer, now that I'm filming this video in November, is yes again. I was really frustrated being just in the dining room because I did not come down here to do custodial, and that's basically what the dining room is. I was frustrated that I was only getting scheduled dining room, that's all I was trained for. But it just didn't feel like quick service to me. It was very boring, it's very slow. I wanted to be doing something fast-paced. And now that I have been training cash and I'm training in stands, I'm a lot happier. I love my coworkers, I love my coordinators, I love my leaders. I don't have any problems with anybody. There was an incident a couple months ago with somebody who I'm going to be making like a DCPT video at the end of my program along with the roommate thing. So just look out for that when my program is over. The next question question is, how much do you go to the parks during the week? It depends on the week. I went to the parks a lot more in the past couple months because I had a little bit more energy. I'm getting a little bit tired. I think it's just because I've been staying home. I was in a little bit of a funk a couple weeks ago and I wanted to come home. I'm out of that funk now. I'm going to finish out my program. I'm trying to go into the parks more just to make the days go quicker. I'm not saying I want to leave, it's just if you stay at home on your days off and don't do anything, it goes by really slowly. And then you work and then, you know. So if you're keeping busy the entire week, the week goes by like that. I would say in the beginning of my program, pretty much on any day off I would go to the parks. I'm trying to go to the parks more, especially since it's Christmas time and all the decorations are up. So it depends, but I would say I go to the parks at least once a week, maybe more. My next question is, what is a typical day like for you? If I'm working, it depends on when I'm working. If I'm working in the morning, I will get up like 2 hours before I have to leave. If it's before like 1 p.m., I'll just wake up like 2 hours before. It depends on the day, but I'll either take a shower or I'll just kind of go on my phone and get ready, and then I will make myself something to eat. I will bring a couple things for a snack in my bag. Either put on my costume or put on a shirt and change into my costume at work, and then I will head out an hour before because you have to do that to make sure you're on time. If I work, you know, like at like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then I'll just wake up whenever I wake up and then just kind of hang out, watch Netflix, make myself breakfast or lunch, and clean, either take a shower or not take a shower, do my makeup, and go to work. If I have a day off, I wake up whenever I wake up. I don't set an alarm unless I have something I want to do. I'll either go to the parks, I will do laundry, I'll clean my room. I've started doing a little bit less. I'm trying to make more plans, like I said. Next question is, can you buy the memory maker package for your GCP? Yes, you can't share it with people and let that be known. I don't have it because I'm not a big PhotoPass person, but if you buy memory maker and you share it with people, like if everybody pays $20, you can get terminated for that. So yes, you can buy it for yourself, but you're not supposed to share it with people in terms of like splitting the cost. Next question is, how often do you go to downtown Orlando? And the answer is never. I don't have a car. One of my roommates does have a car, but she kind of does her own thing. I want to go to one of the like clubs downtown once before I leave, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. It's just not easy to get to those places if you don't have a car because the Disney buses only go to Disney property. Next question is a good one. Have you gotten homesick? How have you dealt with that if you have? And if you've seen my video where I said the Disney College program isn't always easy, you know, yes, I have gotten homesick. But I actually got really homesick a couple weeks ago to the point where I was thinking about leaving at the end of November. And I didn't talk about that just because I figured the feeling would pass, and it did. I mean, I was very serious. I thought I was going to self-terminate. I was just really fed up and homesick and upset with the whole situation that I'm going through right now, which is okay. Again, I will talk about that in another video once the program is over. But basically, you just talk to your family, you let them know how you're feeling, and they will help you through it. My mom has been very helpful and very supportive of me, and she lets me know how proud she is of me, and that helps me get through the homesickness and just knowing that I will be able to see them again. It's not like this is permanent. Next question is, do you have a BF or a boyfriend? The answer is yes. My boyfriend's name is Ray. He was supposed to be coming down. I said I was going to be vlogging when he was here. He's in the military, so he's in the Army, and he's in a special program right now, so he can't take his leave because the learning that he's doing will be impacted if he takes leave because it's such a short learning period. So if he was at the place that he's at for more than a couple months, yes, he could take leave and come see me, but because he's only going to be there for a month or two, he doesn't have the time to take the time off right now. So I'm going to see him in the end of November. We are serious about each other. We've been dating for almost 2 years now, and I miss him a lot, so hi Ray if you're watching. Okay, next question is, how much do you get paid? P.S. I love your videos, from Kylie. Hi Kylie. Like I said before, if you're working at change about your application that probably got you in the GCP the second time? I actually have a video on this. I will link it down below and put it in one of the pop-ups up here. Alright, well the camera shut off. Next question is, how did you deal with being rejected from not getting into GCP the first time? I feel like if I did the spring 2018, it just wouldn't have been right for me because at that point my boyfriend was still in town. He didn't leave for the military until April, and so I'm really glad that I had that time with him. Honestly, after I didn't get a web-based interview, after like the first month I kind of just forgot about it. I didn't forget, like I still kind of had a little bit of hope, but then once it had been 2 months I'm like, there's no point. I was disappointed, but I saw it coming, so it really wasn't that big of a deal. Next question is, how is your experience different from your expectations? That is a good question. The Disney College program and being in Florida in general is a lot different than what I expected. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but when I got here, it didn't feel like what it looks like in videos. If you've never been to Florida, never been to Disney World, all that kind of stuff. Some of the things, you know, obviously look similar, but when I got to Magic Kingdom, I'm like, okay, this looks like the videos, but it doesn't feel like the videos, if that makes sense. It's very hard to explain. It's a little bit disappointing, honestly, but it's not bad. It's not like I'm like, oh, well, this isn't what I wanted to do. It's not like that. It's just more like, oh, okay, it looked different in the videos. It looked a little bigger or whatever. Same with housing. The housing looks different in videos than what it feels like when you're living here. Like when I went into my friend's apartment in the Commons, I'm like, this is what the college program was supposed to feel like. Like her apartment is so much nicer than mine. Next question is, did watching other GCPs experience assist you with your program? And the answer is yes. Watch vlogs, watch people's experiences, watch Q&A videos, watch what the GCPs really like videos. It will help. When I got down here, I had a lot of information already, and now I've gained even more, but I knew what to expect coming into it, so I didn't have as many questions. I knew what to do. I knew kind of what the gist of the whole program was going to be like. I knew the pros and cons. Obviously, you make your own assumptions and you make your own opinions when you get here, but I knew how everything worked. So before you come down for your program, make sure you're educated on what to expect. But I think it's a lot better to just have that prior knowledge. Okay, next question is, I got accepted for quick service food and beverage this spring, so I want to know anything and everything about the role. Well, congratulations first off. Second, I'm going to be making a quick service food and beverage video, so look out for that. It'll be up before you start your program. I'll be filming that one probably next month sometime. Next question is, how much did you have to pay when you got accepted into the internship? The housing fee was, I think, $300, so it isn't $350 maybe. The Disneyland program is $950. If you have trouble or you need extra time to pay, you can email the Disney support and they'll be able to help you. Next question is, should we save up some money before we go, or will we get enough money to eat comfortably and go out? I would definitely suggest saving up a little bit of money before you come down here. If you don't have any money when you come down here, first of all, what? But second, you're gonna have to wait to get paid, which is gonna be like 3 weeks after you get here, maybe 4. You get paid for your traditions class, but that's when you started training, and it's only about $40. So then the week after is when you get paid for that first whole week of your training. So I got paid $286 the second week, so the week I trained, because I worked like 38 hours, I think, 39 maybe. And that's like the most I've gotten paid while I've been here, just so you know. My rent is $108. If it wasn't automatically taken out, it would have been $386. And the last question is, did you get to pick your roommates, or were you matched up with them? Is there a roommate process? I answered this a couple questions ago, but I just want to clarify. Yes, there is a housing registration, and so if you find roommates on Facebook or wherever you find them, you link up with them during the housing registration period for your arrival date. So what you do is you pick one person to be like the leader, so I was the leader, and then the 3 girls I linked up with gave me their ID numbers, and then I put them in, and it showed their name, and then said, are you sure you want to match with this person? And you click yes, and then you send it, and housing will hopefully match you with the people you want to room with. Those are all the questions I have. I answered most of them. If I didn't answer your question and you really want to answer, just send me a DM, and I will send you a message back. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, insightful, whatever. I am going to be making same goes for videos like this sit downs. If you want to see a specific video, leave me a comment. I'm really hoping to make an outfit lookbook video soon, either for like fall/summer because it's still warm here. So make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already.